Big war erupts over Congress rally shocker. Congress workers chant Modi teri kabr khudegi.
मोदी तेरी कबर खुदेगी, मोदी तेरी कबर खुदेगी,
मोदी तेरी कबर खुदेगी, आज नहीं तो कल खुदेगी.
Dissent or hate speech? BJP asks, is this मोहब्बत की दुकान?
एक प्रधानमंत्री जी के खिलाफ और मृत्यु की कामना करना यह अपने आप में बहुत ही निंदनीय है. आदरणीय सोनिया गांधी जी, इनको देश से माफी मांगनी चाहिए.
मैं चाहता हूँ कांग्रेस के मित्र माफी मांगना चाहिए. इस सदन के माध्यम से देश से माफी मांगना चाहिए.
Battle lines over death to Modi chants. Modi kabr chant face off. Top focus on NewTrack.
This is the NewTrack and I'm Marya, Shakil. That's our top story this hour. But first up, there's a piece of breaking news which is coming in now. The Delhi Chief Minister Rekha Gupta was allegedly booed at the Arun Jaitley Stadium in Delhi. The Aam Aadmi Party is in fact claiming that the AQI chants against Delhi Chief Minister at Messi's event. Aam Aadmi Party says that the Delhi Chief Minister was booed at Messi's event because of poor AQI, that is the air quality index. Aam Aadmi Party says that tired Delhiites in fact booed Rekha Gupta over poor AQI or the air quality. The fact is that Delhi has turned into a gas chamber. It is almost unbreathable at the moment. Let's listen in to what exactly was that booing that is being alleged by the Aam Aadmi Party, and then I bring in the reporters. Video has been put out by the Aam Aadmi Party. Was it really some kind of booing that happened against the Delhi Chief Minister? Harshit Ahuja joins me now. Harshit, you were on the ground. Tell us how the event unfolded.
So there's only one thing that I can confirm with a great deal of certainty, and this is basis my experience throughout the day. I'd gone to the stadium at 10 in the morning. I exited it in the evening, 6:30, after everything got wrapped up. There were two instances of resentment that I heard. There were two instances throughout the day, which was in many ways a day full of celebration, full of vibrancy. There were only two moments in which I heard there being some sort of resentment, and those were boos. Those were boos that were very clearly audible for everyone who was there inside the stadium, and both those instances involved the Delhi Chief Minister. The moment that the Chief Minister crossed the rope and made her way towards the podium, that's where there was a brief moment of booing. The other instance was after having spent a few minutes on the stage felicitating not just Leo Messi but Rodrigo de Paul and Luis Suarez, and then there was some photo op that happened as well after those few minutes that the Chief Minister then had spent at the podium, and was then coming off it again, crossing the rope and going outside the stadium. That was the second instance of there being booing. So yes, the booing did happen, and it was very much directed at the Delhi Chief Minister.
All right, Harshit, thank you for joining us. Shifting focus to our top story this hour. There was water words which happened in the Parliament today, and this was over the controversial chants by Congress workers yesterday. The ruckus in the Lok Sabha escalated to the point where the House was adjourned, disrupting parliamentary proceedings. This comes after a shocking slogan was raised at a Congress rally in Delhi. Congress workers chanted death for Modi chants, which have triggered outrage. The BJP has stressed that this is hate speech and not dissent, asserting that death slogans against the Prime Minister crosses every democratic red line. But the Congress remains defiant, saying that this is the government's way of diverting attention from the issue of pollution. First up the story, and then I bring in the guests.
मोदी तेरी कबर खुदेगी,
मोदी तेरी कबर खुदेगी, आज नहीं तो कल खुदेगी.
मोदी तेरी कबर खुदेगी, आज नहीं तो खुदेगी अंत तो सभी का आता है.
A massive political storm has erupted over shocking slogans raised at a Congress rally in Delhi. Modi teri kabr khudegi chants by some Congress workers have triggered outrage.
मोदी तेरी कबर खुदेगी. मोदी तेरी कबर खुदेगी. एक दिन अंत आना है तुम्हारा.
The BJP reacted angrily, hitting out at Gandhi's and top Congress leadership.
मोदी जी का कबर खोदने के लिए इन्होंने नारा लगाया.
मृत्यु की कामना करना यह अपने आप में बहुत ही निंदनीय है.
BJP called it hate speech and not dissent. BJP chief JP Nadda and Union Minister Kiren Rijiju led a fierce showdown in Parliament, wondering if this is what Congress means by मोहब्बत की दुकान.
ये तरीके के नारे कांग्रेस पार्टी के सोच और मानसिकता को दर्शाता है. इसके लिए हमारे नेता प्रतिपक्ष और कांग्रेस पार्टी के नेता यहाँ बैठी हैं, आदरणीय सोनिया गांधी जी, इनको देश से माफी मांगनी चाहिए.
सारे कांग्रेस पार्टी पूरे का पूरे नेतृत्व उस रैली में मौजूद थे और प्रधानमंत्री मोदी जी का कबर खोदने के लिए इन्होंने नारा लगाया. इस देश के लिए इससे शर्मनाक, इससे ज्यादा दुर्भाग्यपूर्ण कोई चीज नहीं हो सकता है.
But the Congress remains defiant, refusing to apologize, insisting the chants reflect the reality of India today. Priyanka Gandhi hit back at the BJP and claimed that it is government's diversion from pollution issue.
हम लोग आपस में बात कर रहे थे कि किसने कहा ये सब, हमें तो मालूम ही नहीं है. हमें मंच पे तो बिल्कुल ऐसा नहीं हुआ. मुझे लगता है चलाना ही नहीं चाह रहे हैं. अब किस लिए हमने पोल्यूशन पे डिबेट मांगा है, वो भी नहीं कर रहे हैं. तो मतलब अगर सदन चलाना ही नहीं है तो फिर ऐसे, इससे अच्छा तो बंद कर दीजिए.
भाषा की मर्यादा होनी चाहिए, शालीनता होनी चाहिए, लेकिन इस पे ऐसा कोई आरोप नहीं है और उनके कोई व्यक्तिगत नहीं, सत्ता से संबंध में बात कही है.
सोनिया गांधी माफी मांगेंगी क्योंकि मांग जेपी नड्डा कर रहे हैं.
इस सवाल ही नहीं पैदा. मैं स्पष्ट करूं, पहले यहाँ कहीं कोई गलत ऐसी बातें नहीं हुई थी और मैं आज भी बोल रहा हूँ, इस सत्ता के संदर्भ में है, किसी व्यक्ति पे नहीं है.
A section of Congress workers had made the controversial chants in 2023 during a protest, leading Prime Minister Modi to slam personal attacks against him.
मोदी की कब्र खोदने का सपना देख रहे कांग्रेसियों को पता नहीं है कि देश की करोड़ों माताओं, बहनों, बेटियां, देश के लोगों का आशीर्वाद मोदी का सबसे बड़ा सुरक्षा कवच है.
Dissent turning into death threats or BJP using the chants to corner opposition. The battle lines are clearly drawn and politics has hit a new low. Bureau Report, India Today.
माफी मांगना चाहिए.
Joining me on the show tonight, Sanju Verma, national spokesperson of the BJP, Dr. Pooja Tripathi representing the Congress, Sajjan Kumar is a political analyst, Rashid Kidwai, author and political analyst. Before I bring in the politicians, Sajjan, beginning with you, any kind of political attack against the Prime Minister has always backfired, and these kind of chants being normalized at a political event, certainly the Congress leadership has much to explain.
Well, at one level, one could argue that this is a part of new normal wherein acrimonious exchange among the parties is a common occurring. But then this very chant, Modi teri kabr khudegi, aaj nahi to kal khudegi, and this is a red line for Congress. Why? Because we have seen that that was never the semantics which was used in Congress, because Congress, despite having certain center-left leaning, never adhered to the chant which was always originated from a radical left. We have seen in universities like JNU, DU, Jadhavpur, etc., wherein the radical left used to have such a kind of semantics. It was never mainstream within Congress, despite their differences with other party. So that is why when you see, it's not the top leadership, but rank and file of the Congress who are chanting this sort of a slogan. It seemed that the influence of left, not just the left, but rather the radical left,
Yes,
percolating down to the rank and file. And this is a change in the very contour and culture of the Congress. And this is a worrisome sign, because when you adhere to the semantics and slogans that is not mainstream for a party like Congress, it seems that you are alienating from the mainstream. You are adhered to certain agenda whose sources cannot be traced to the origin of Congress culture.
Rashid, one may say that it was not done from the dais. There was this crowd which chanted it. But how can it be allowed? Death chants for the Prime Minister or for any leader is a red line. And that cannot be crossed. And I tend to agree with Sajjan, if these kind of slogans are being chanted by the rank and file, that there's something horribly going wrong with the principal opposition party of this country.
Absolutely, Marya. I think there should be zero tolerance and there should be criminal charges should be framed. The Congress, for its record, has distanced itself, and they have also said that they will be taking action against people who raise this. But there is also a great deal of trust deficit. There is no kind of thing to justify or explain this kind of remarks. But there a lot of things have been said. Goli maro sano ko. Responsible people made that remark. Batenge to katenge. It always had some kind of hate or toxic kind of messaging. So I think the political class, as my friend Sajjan was saying, have to unite and take a firm stand, zero tolerance. Act against each and every individual, whether you have a left leanings. I think the dragging left is not fair, because they raise slogans in clubs Zindabad. That doesn't mean they're asking for a bloody revolution or so. So therefore, I think it has nothing to do with left leaning or anything.
Zindabad, and to say that there should be kabr khodna is completely different.
Absolutely.
Here, Rashid.
That is what Marya is saying. It is not justified. There should be criminal charges should be framed against the
So
culprit.
then in that case, Pooja Tripathi, this was chanted at a Congress rally. Shouldn't the Congress then initiate criminal charges against those who chanted these slogans?
When you say that this Congress should not adhere to the slogan and semantics, did Congress adhere to it? Was it made from the Congress official dais? Was it our official line of the whole rally was vote chor, gaddi chor? And Congress has not only distanced itself, I'm sure Congress will take action against this, because we don't believe in the culture of this political mudslinging. We don't indulge in 50 crore ki girlfriend or goli maro salo ko. We are not a party of that, and we are proudly saying that we don't
take action. You have identified these people. These people who were chanting such slogans have been identified. Then there should be criminal investigation and criminal charges filed against them.
Venugopal, beat Kharge ji, beat Priyanka Gandhi speaking to the reporters at the floor of the House before, in front of the Parliament. Everybody has said that we don't believe in this. But let me ask you something. Let me turn the tables. And then what BJP has done to Pintu Mahadev, openly giving assassination threats to Rahul Gandhi on a live TV channels. What action BJP has taken on Sanjay Gaikwad, who said ki
Okay, fine. Let all these questions be responded to by Sanju Verma.
Thank you. Marya, I heard the Congress spokesperson very intently, and this is my rebuttal. First and foremost, each time the Congress is in the dock, it tries to normalize anti-Modi hatred by bringing examples from the past. Be that as may, very recent, barely 2.5 years back, there's a senior Madhya Pradesh Congress leader by the name Raja Patia, and he said, and it's in public domain, he said, Narendra Modi, jab maut nahi hogi, ye loktantra aur samvidhan जीत नहीं रहेगा. When there was a huge cry that मैं नरेंद्र मोदी मौत बात कर रहा था, मैं तो भारतीय संविधान को कैसे बचा सकता. Then let's take the example, none other than the Congress prince, so to speak, Rahul Gandhi. He said, you must Lok Sabha 2024. He said, जब ये नरेंद्र मोदी हारा ये वो की युवा जनता है, ये सड़कों पर उतरगी और नरेंद्र मोदी की जमकर दी. So this language of truth का नरेंद्र मोदी जम कटाई हो blah blah. I mean, let the fact that Narendra Modi is 20 years plus older to Rahul Gandhi. The fact is, he is Prime Minister Modi. He's not just Narendra Modi. And you, Rahul Gandhi, you are abusing India's sitting prime minister, and then Dilka Vadra said, Vajiva. Pavan Khera says, Vajiva. Supriya Srinath, Vajiva. Jayaramesh said, Vajiva. And Marya, you forgot that Imran Masood ने कहा नरेंद्र मोदी की बोटी बोटी काट लेंगे. Today he is the Saranpur member of the Congress party. So the Congress party actually rewards not merit but anti-Modi abuse. The best example of that, Pawan Khera, who 2 years back, Narendra Damodar Modi nahi hai na.
Sanju Verma, we'll try and fix your audio because your audio seems to have some kind of network issue. In the meanwhile, we'll try and fix that. But yes, please go ahead, Pooja Tripathi, respond to that, and Sanju Verma will be back with a better audio.
Marya, you just opened your show showing the dangerous level of pollution. We saw on Twitter the advisory issued by embassy. We saw CM Rekha Gupta being your reporter confirmed it being booed by AQI chants, and we saw on Friday how leader of opposition made an appeal to the whole parliament saying let's show India that we can cooperate on pollution issues. Again this issue, breathing is optional. Let the children breathe the toxic air, but national ego is priority, and that's what the parliamentarians are saying. Mr. Kiran Rijju 2 दिन पहले कह रहे थे कि हम सुनने के लिए तो बैठे हैं, हम सुनाइए हमें, हम सुनने के लिए बैठे हैं. And today the whole parliament was disrupted, the whole session was ruled out, and nobody discussed pollution issue.
No, I'm not moving away from pollution, Pooja. I want a discussion on pollution just as every other citizen of this country wants. The problem becomes, no ma'am, the problem becomes if there are chants of this nature, no ma'am, the issue is, I'm not saying one, one or the either. It's not, one is important, the other is not. If a language of this nature is used at any political rally, then the politicians have to be made accountable. Sanju Verma, please come in. Yes.
Marya, is my audio better? Because
yes, it's much better. Thank you, ma'am. Please go ahead. Yes.
I always say governments need to be held accountable. Should you ask questions on pollution? Of course, you have every right to do so. But this Rahul Gandhi, who's accountable, he did have the basic courtesy to attend the oath-taking ceremony of the current Vice President, C. Radhakrishnan. This is the Rahul Gandhi who not have courtesy to attend the oath-taking ceremony of the current CJI Surya Kant. This is the same Rahul Gandhi who at the start of the campaign in Malaysia, right in the middle of the Bihar campaign to Peru, Colombia and Brazil, and after the Bihar loss, instead of standing shoulder to shoulder with Karyakartas, was the holiday in Muscat. और इन प्रवक्ता राहुल गांधी के बारे में ऐसा वक्तव्य देते हैं जैसे कि राहुल गांधी is the next thing after Brown. Excuse, this is the same Rahul Gandhi who was not present in the day. This is the same Rahul Gandhi who was not present in the day pertaining to unemployment, inflation. And let me tell you, when Gogoi moved the impeachment or no confidence motion, the Modi government head of Lok Sabha 24, this is the same Rahul Gandhi who actually went.
Okay, Pooja, respond quickly and then I'll give the last word to the two analysts on the show.
Marya, I could not hear Ms. Verma's comments properly. There's some audio glitch. But let me ask you one simple question. Is Rahul Gandhi responsible for tackling pollution issue? Rekha Gupta ji, Narendra Modi ji and our environment minister who is busy managing campaigns in different states is to be responsible for tackling air pollution. We are breathing 25 cigarettes a day.
Holiday.
And here is somebody who is reminding
After
us.
losing Bihar, he goes holiday to Makka and then says, Rahul Gandhi is our loser.
National emergency. High time government should realize that it's a national emergency. We all are prone to. We all are living in
he will become the prime minister of this country.
On Friday, Sajjan, on Friday, there was a lot of hope that the Parliament in this week, because this is the last week of the winter session, will be taking up an issue which is so integral for every citizen because of the quality of air that we are breathing in the national capital region. That has been put on the back burner. because there was something which is extremely polarizing which has happened now. The question is that the Congress leadership must explain. Mere distancing from what has happened will not help, because this happened in their presence, at a venue which was chosen by them. These are workers of the Congress party, and I agree with you that this is a reflection of perhaps Congress ideology taking a shift, which should be even more concerning for the larger Congress ecosystem and the Congress leadership. But what does it do to the debate on something as crucial as pollution?
Yes, precisely, because what is happening, that cultural issues or issues which involves ideology always gives politician across the political spectrum more thrill than the existential and mundane issues like pollution. And this is all the more worrisome because India has claimed to be one of the anchor of international initiative to cut down the global carbon emission, going green. So you seem to have a paradox. At the one hand, India is claiming to be the leader of being climate sensitive, trying to bring green initiatives at the forefront. And in everyday life, what we are witnessing is regular recurring AQI, which is around 400 and perhaps more, right? So certainly these should have been issues which should matter. But we also witness it is the problem of the political mobilization culture, wherein the cultural issues always helps politicians mobilize and galvanize the voters more than the issues which matters for our livelihood and life. And that is why in this winter session, you see, we had debate on SIR, we had debate on Vande Mataram, and they should not be framed into binary. There should not be culture versus economy, but there has to be culture and health, culture and economy, this sort of thing. Unfortunately, we do not find either prime opposition party, the Congress, or the ruling party, the BJP, giving due primacy to the issues. They always blame the other for neglecting the crucial issues, but never champion the issue. Yes.
Okay, just enough time for Rashid. Please go ahead, Rashid.
So I think as far as pollution is concerned, it is solely the government's domain to look into it. In my understanding, they have no solution, and therefore a kind of diversionary tactics are used, and all those social and cultural issues are raised. Hate has no place, but the Congress cannot act against the culprit. It is for the law of the land. The police in Delhi, police in Jaipur can act, and both places the BJP has the administrative capacity to do that. Why do they expect the Congress cannot file an FIR? The Congress can only take a disciplinary action against the culprit, which is like suspending or so. So therefore, the BJP doesn't want to act upon, they just want to perpetuate this, that a wrong is being committed and the Congress is not sincere, and to take the thunder away from the pollution issue.
Sanju. Ms. Sanju Verma.
I don't understand when Rashid Kidwai says that the BJP not taking action. Of course, the BJP will take action. But my limited point is today, Mr. Kidwai, can you change, not train guns on BJP and correct Manjura Meena, who said Modi teri khudegi, nahi to kal khudegi? Can you condemn the entire Darbari ecosystem like Priyanka Vadra, Jairam Ramesh, like who have normalized anti-hatred? Can we see guns on Darbari ecosystem?
All right, Dr. Sanju Verma, Pooja Tripathi,
why do you always put creativity as the
Rashid Kidwai and Sajjan Kumar, really appreciate your time. Thank you so much for joining us on this broadcast. That's all from me. We'll be seeing whether the Parliament functions tomorrow or whether the Treasury benches will insist on an apology to come directly from Sonia and Rahul Gandhi. That's all from me. We are putting out this entire debate on our website. Thanks so much for watching.